A lot of people think you need a tech degree or years of experience to get into tech sales, but that's actually not true. I got into tech sales at 20 years old with no tech background, no degree, and no referrals. And someone actually asked in the comments of one of my previous videos how you get into tech sales, so I figured I'd make a video explaining exactly how I did it. If you've seen my other videos, you know I recently started my career in tech sales at 20 years old. One of the reasons I started this channel is because when I was researching tech sales on YouTube, almost everyone talking about it was in their 30s or older, which is fine, but I wanted to see someone closer to my age going through the process. So I figured I would just document the journey myself so people around my age can follow along and see what the process actually looks like. Part of how I discovered tech sales was through YouTube and researching different career paths. But another thing that played a role was actually seeing someone in my area who works in tech sales. I've seen him at community events and things like that, and it's very clear that he lives an extremely comfortable life. Seeing that made me curious about what exactly he did and how he got there, so I started researching the industry more. There were a few reasons tech sales stood out to me. The first one is obviously the income potential. Tech sales has some of the highest earning potential of almost any career you can get into without needing years of school. Another big reason for me was the ability to work remotely. Later this year, I'm getting married, and my future wife attends college in a town that honestly doesn't have a lot of high paying job opportunities. So, having a career that allows me to work remotely was extremely important. I wanted to make sure I could provide for both of us while also building a career with long term growth. Another reason is that I already knew I liked sales. Sales is one of those careers where every day feels like a game. When you close a deal, it's exciting, and when you don't close one, it pushes you to get better. I've always liked that competitive aspect of sales. When it came time to actually apply for jobs, I just applied online. Originally, I actually applied for an account executive position. Typically, that's a role people get promoted into after starting as a BDR or SDR. The recruiter recognized that I didn't have tech sales experience yet, but they also saw that I had some other qualities that could help me succeed in the industry. So they recommended that I interview for a BDR position instead. That's the role I'm currently in now. And just to clarify, I didn't have a referral, an internship, or a degree related to tech. I literally just applied online. The interview process had 3 rounds. The first was a screening call. Then I had a cold email script interview where they wanted to see how I would write outreach to potential customers. And the final interview was a cold call roleplay where I had to simulate a cold call conversation. That part honestly made me pretty nervous at first, but preparation made a huge difference. Before tech sales, I was doing door to door sales selling lawn care and pest control services, and that experience actually helped me a lot. It taught me things like how to talk to people clearly, how to handle rejection, how to stay confident during conversations. People can sense fear or nerves. When you carry yourself with confidence, people naturally trust you more. I've always been the type of person who can strike up conversations with pretty much anyone, but selling a product is a completely different kind of conversation. My door to door experience definitely helped me build the foundational skills I needed to eventually land this job. But I also want to say something important. You don't need sales experience to get into tech sales. I personally know people in the industry who had completely different careers before switching. I know someone who used to be an elementary school teacher who is now a BD manager in tech sales. If you can communicate clearly, express your thoughts well, and speak with confidence, it's absolutely possible to break into this industry. One thing that helped me a lot during the interview process was actually using AI to prepare. I used ChatGPT to run cold call roleplay scenarios. Even though I had cold calling experience from my door to door job, calling businesses is very different from knocking on someone's door. Practicing those conversations with AI helped me learn how to handle specific objections, structure conversations, and stay calm during the roleplay interview. Preparation is everything when it comes to these interviews, and that preparation helped me interview successfully with multiple companies and receive multiple offers. If you're someone watching this and you're interested in getting into tech sales, here's what I would personally recommend doing. First, start researching the industry. Watch videos about tech sales, learn the terminology, and understand what the job actually involves. Things like cold calling, prospecting, and outbound outreach are all big parts of the role. Second, focus on developing your communication skills. At the end of the day, sales is really about being able to clearly explain ideas and build trust with people quickly. Even simple things like practicing conversations, speaking confidently, and learning how to handle rejection can make a huge difference. Third, start applying. A lot of people think they need a perfect resume before applying for jobs, but that's not always the case. Many tech companies are actually looking for people with strong work ethic, curiosity, and communication skills. Most people start in roles like an SDR or a BDR, which are entry-level tech sales positions that focus on generating new opportunities for the company. And the last thing I'd recommend is preparing for interviews. Practicing things like cold call role plays, writing outreach emails, and understanding how companies sell their products can make a huge difference when you get to that interview stage. Preparation is honestly one of the biggest things that helped me land this job, and one of the reasons I started this channel is because I want to document what this journey is actually like. So I'll be making videos about things like what the job is actually like day to day, how much tech sales actually pays, what the work-life balance looks like, and everything I learn as I continue to grow in this career. So guys, that's how I got into tech sales at 20. No tech degree, no referrals, just preparation, persistence, and a willingness to learn. If you're interested in tech sales or building a career in your 20s, consider subscribing. I'm documenting this entire journey as it unfolds. And if you have any questions about tech sales or topics you want me to cover, drop them in the comments and I might make a video about it. I'll see you guys in the next one.